So these are three very easy beginner planes. The first is Cadart, because it has canards and it's a dart. The second is Boomerang, because it's a really good boomerang. And the third is the Flying Wing, because it's a flying wing. It doesn't really have a handle. So the first is Cadart. As you can see, it looks very nice. It has two little winglets on the canards, and it just looks very nice. So to fold Cadart, the easiest of the three, you're first going to fold in half, just like this. And you're going to take one of these layers and fold it almost to the edge. By folding it almost to the edge, you leave a little bit of room to compensate for the thickness of the paper. Going to do this on this side too. And then you're going to reverse the center crease like this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take this layer out like this. Going to take this and fold it to the edge like this. And now you're going to first, and now you're going to do this on that side. Kind of hard to see for me. So I'm going to flip around the paper. You really want to make sure that these two sides are equal. And then you're going to open this up. Going to flip over the paper and fold this up so that you make a crease going from here to there. You might as well fold these, crease these out so that it flies better when you're done making it. And now you're going to fold the paper in half and fold this down just like this so that this edge hits this edge. And you're going to do that on this side too. Want to make sure that the paper is pulled right here. Want to pull the paper down so that it doesn't create, so it's not as high. So you can open up these layers. It's not as up. You can see how it kind of does that. And now, this is probably one of the most tricky steps. So you're going to create a crease going from here to here. going to unfold it, and then you're going to fold this over, and you're going to use those creases you've just made. You're gonna kind of open up this pocket, and you're gonna use those creases and fold them inside like how I did. Close it up, and then as you can see, that locks the plane like how it is, so it doesn't open up during flight as much as it would if it didn't. And now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this edge so that your crease is parallel to the center. And you're going to fold it in about that much. So that you can see there. It's kind of hard to see, but you want to hit this. You can kind of push it up against your desk, and that can be your reference, like that. And you're gonna do that again. Actually, it's best if you book match it by going like this. Now, as you can see, that looks good. And you can open up your wings, and you can open up your canard fins, winglets, and that is Cadart. The second is Boomerang, and it has very big elevator fins, elevators, because that is so that it can do loops, very tight loops and boomerang stuff. And not only can it boomerang, but it also can airtime glide. So you can throw it up as high as you can, and then it can stay in the air for a really long time. I think I've got this to stay in the air for 8 seconds. So to fold the boomerang plane, you are first going to fold your paper in half like this. And then you're going to fold your paper down like this so that this becomes a point, and this is on the edges meet. And then you're going to do the same thing with the other side. And then you're going to flip it over, and you're going to fold this flap down, this edge down, so that these points meet on both sides. Then you can open your paper up, and then you're going to fold this, use this crease that you've made, fold that over, and then you're going to push that down, and then flatten. And now that is a water bomb base. Now this will be what you start off with the third plane as well, so keep that in mind. What you're going to do is you're going to fold this layer up almost to the edge. You can see how I'm leaving a little bit of space. That is important to compensate for the layers. And now, it's kind of hard to see, but I guess from here to here, you're going to fold this flap down. And then you're going to fold these two flaps down as well. And they might bubble up, so you're going to crease them. You're going to crease their edges like this. and then you're going to fold that down, and then you're going to fold this up. You're going to unfold this and fold that up so that you have opposite creases right here. And now you're going to fold your paper in half. And then you're going to fold your wings down so that this point hits this point. And it should be parallel to the back as well. Now you're going to open up your wings, and then you're going to fold this behind, and then you're going to kind of open this up, not here, but here. It's kind of tricky if you're a beginner, but if you're not, you can do this pretty easily. You're just going to take this flap, and trying to do this in a way that you guys can see. Going to just fold it behind, and like that. And now your plane is locked. Now what you are going to do, you're going to take one of these, one of the wings out, and then you're going to make this crease. It's kind of hard to see, but if you're using a Black Death like me, it's a lot easier. But you can kind of see how this is where the keel is, right here. I'm going to make a crease from here along the keel, the bottom of the keel, like that. And then you're going to squash fold it. And now that's what you would do if you want a normal amount of lift. But if you want an extra amount of lift for a stunt plane, you're going to fold this behind. See what I did? You just take this layer and then you reverse this crease and and push it behind. And then you're going to make a new crease. Actually, no, you wouldn't really do that. You might have to do this crease if you want a reference for the winglets, because you're just going to fold up your winglets. You can unfold this entire thing, and you can fold your winglets up to where the point, that point right there, with the crease in the edge. And now you can just do that on this side. You can fold this edge along the crease that you've made earlier. This crease. And then you are going to squash fold it. Just going to open up the layer, and then you're going to push this behind and then fold this down. And then you're going to fold up your winglets to the points like earlier. like that. You should make sure that this is parallel. Then you can spread out your wings equally and open up your winglets, and you're going to make this like a little, kind of like a hump in the back. Not too high, otherwise it'll just stall, but enough, about that much. And then that is your boomerang. And it can be less stable so that it doesn't auto correct to balance like this. If you put the wings down at a slightly downward, it might not come back. It will come back easier if you do that. I found out. You can throw it like this. You can throw it like that. Or you can just throw it up as high as you can and watch it glide down. But that is the boomerang. This is not, it's kind of like an airtime glider. It flies really well, but this is the flying wing. I didn't really design this, I just modified it to be better. But as you can see, there's no keel to hold the plane, so you have to hold it like this. You have to hold it with this little thing right here. And it, you just throw it. To fold the flying wing, we're first going to fold diagonally like this. And then again. And then you're going to flip it over and fold these 2 points together. And then you're going to make a water bomb base. Now, for this plane, it's very important that you do not make a center crease, because that might give it doesn't look as nice if you make a center crease. But you're going to fold it up like this, almost to the center. And again. And you're going to fold this edge to this edge. And then you're going to fold that out and then fold this up or in. Then you're going to fold this to the center. And you're just going to do that on this side. Now, it might not be in the center because I didn't compensate for the thickness enough. So it might not. Oh no, that's not good. Well, I just easily fixed that. Easy fix. But the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to fold this flap up. And then you're going to fold this flap in. And then you're going to do that on this side. You're going to open up this pocket and fold this in. And now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this flap, not this flap, but the edge into the center so that this edge, this point hits that point. But you already saw what he did, so I don't even know why I explained it even further. But now you're just going to make some winglets out this far. And then you can see how much you did it. And that's about good. You want to be very surgical. I feel like this side's just a tiny bit smaller, so I'm going to make that bigger. That looks good. And that is the flying wing.